Greetings, kitties! Welcome back to Keepers of the Crypt, our Tales from the Crypt podcast that delves deep into the dungeon of horrifying delights that Tales from the Crypt always had in store for us. Before today's wonderful episode, a little bit of business. People, please find Misfit Parade on YouTube. That's our channel. You can find this podcast, our short films, as well as our sister podcast, the Messed Up Movies Podcast. If you love Tales from the Crypt, you definitely love yourself some messed up movies. And that's what we talk about over there. We are so ecstatic that Tales from the Crypt has finally found a streaming home on Shudder. We are pumped to see you guys all talking about this wonderful classic show again. Tales from the Crypt classic. This show, two for the show, directed by Kevin Hooks, starring David Paymer, Vincent Spano, and Traci Lords, is a story essentially about a little weaselly guy who thinks he's like a corporate tough guy, right? Like a man who favors work above all else.
Right.
He has been neglecting his wife. His wife has found another lover. Mm-hmm. So he murders her ass violently, right?
Yeah, completely
reasonable. A cop
reasonable.
shows up and starts investigating and becomes the weirdest Strangers on a Train riff that we've maybe ever gotten. Actually, I don't even know if that's true, Alex. Would you even describe this episode as weird?
I just describe it as... this is how I describe it. Have you seen Strangers on a Train? Did you think it was good? Okay, think of like the worst version of Strangers on a Train. And this is
oh,
that.
No, you didn't like this. This has a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
I find that really surprising. I got to be honest. Like by the way, I love David Paymer. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah. They're great in this show. I think, well, he's great. I don't know if Vincent Spano is quite up to that level.
He's not. Let's be very clear.
Let's put it this way. I don't think this is a bad episode. I think it's a perfectly, reasonably constructed episode. I think following some of the heaters we've been on in season 5, it just was kind of a bummer to go back to a basic, like this guy kills his wife within 2 minutes?
No, yeah. At least less than 3 minutes of this show is when his wife, he's like, I'm going to choke you to death. Like
yeah, how's this for passion? He starts fucking choking her.
No time at all.
And it's great, right? And it's a good scene, right? He starts strangling his wife. The cop knocks. He's trying to cover up the scene. He goes in his bedroom. She's hanging out of a chest. There's a blood stain on the floor. You're like, oh my God, this is tense. Okay, we're going for a mission. This is rad. And then the cop kind of comes in. He's like, yeah, okay, all right. No evidence. We'll have other crime scene guys. Hey, okay. And just immediately, we kind of hit a fucking long lull period, right? I love the bit with the bubble bath where he hides her in the bath and he brushes over her face with the bubbles. That was great.
Sure.
The cutting up the body's all right. You know, he's got her head out. He does a little joke. I gotta say, I think it's a weird issue of this show to start so hot, and then the drama of him being pursued by this, for some reason, annoying ass cop who's off duty just hounding this guy. I don't know that the drama comes through in it. And I think that is the fatal flaw of this episode, if there is one. That scene of them on the train, it's just the same scene 6 times in a row, right? Mm-hmm. Oh no, the cop's at the train station. I got to put my case on there. Oh no, the cop's sitting by me. Oh no, the cop's eating my meatloaf. Oh no. And it just totally loses steam to do a train-based pun, right? I think that's what is so disheartening about this, because David Paymer is giving a really great
in the work.
Tormented performance. The drama is not compelling.
I think the problem I had, this is where I lost me, and I was just like, oh, can we just get to the end, please? Was when they're at the dining car, and he says, I was thinking to myself, and he starts looking at it, like this whole like bit of looking at his food, like, that looks pretty good. I'm like, dude, shut up and just arrest him. This is taking forever. What is the matter with you?
Well, again, because it's Tales from the Crypt, you're
cat
like,
and mouse.
There's going to be a twist ending. And what the show does is apparently she is so upset. She's upset with him because this guy's all about his job. She starts yelling, when's the last time we made love, blah. And he's just like, you bitch. And he strangles her, right? We don't really find out. We assume not recently. We know there's a thing coming, right? The show is trying to tell us that Vincent Spano's detective character is her other lover, right? They found a high school class ring, and he knows the class ring, and they're not from that place, right?
Yeah.
So we think Vincent Spano's going to be the guy. My Crypt Keeper sense went up where I was like, that can't be as simple as it is. When he throws the bag off the car, you're like, it's one of those moments where you're like, well, now you've taken the drama out of the show. Now I know he's going to get got with a twist, and all you're thinking about is what is the twist? Because the show locks them on a train, throws the body off the car. There's nothing left except for what is the twist? Get to the fucking twist. And again, the reason to put something on a train car like this is to lock these people in an inescapable pressure cooker and ratchet up the drama to a level where it's unbearable for the audience.
Yeah.
What I would argue this does is it's unbearably boring for the audience. There's no kind of revelation there. Like, the detective does the, like, how would you kill your wife? And at the end, you're like, oh, I get it. He was doing the fucking... It's fucking milked out.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, honestly, it's just like, it's taffy that's been pulled, and like, it's like that thing when the taffy's about to snap, and you're like, oh my God, why is that little string so long? You're just like, dude, just like, let's end this. This is killing me.
Yeah. And again, it stinks because I think David Paymer is there. I think his performance is very unsettled, right? Like, he could have drawn me in. But really what the episode, it takes the best actor in every scene and makes him the silent, scared actor while Vincent Spano monologues.
Yeah.
In monotone delivery. And it's just, there's no real cat and mouse to it, you know? Like, it needed something to spice that up. I don't know if you agree. I think if they left the body on the car.
Yeah.
If he couldn't, because you're like, they don't have a fucking guard. They don't have like a lock on the luggage.
And again,
if they kept the body on the car, at least that pressure remains for us.
100%. Like, the biggest problem is that, again, the suitcase got thrown, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So it's gonna be, he's gonna, like, the cop's gonna be right around.
You know he's still gonna get caught.
And then I'm just like, the cop's gonna be right around the corner, and I'm like, wait, the cop's not right around the corner? We have to wait this out? Like, this is taking.
We're going back for them to share peas.
Yeah, I was like what the hell is going on? I think the tension being let out of the whole thing, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I think that's the problem with when you do that kind of thing, when you're telling that kind of story, and like, it's really based on, like, there's a piece of evidence literally sitting right there. The problem I have is that once you get rid of that piece of evidence, it is so dramatically boring to fucking sit there and get to the end. You're like, dude, just finish. You're killing me.
It's the Hitchcock adage, right? That two people talking is not a movie scene, but if you see a ticking bomb under the table, that's what makes it cinematic, right? And what they did was they had that set up, and then they throw the bomb off the train.
Yeah.
And so for a couple minutes, we're just I mean, it might only be 2 minutes. It might be 3 minutes. It felt like an eternity where you're just like, I know he's going to get got. I knew the moment he opened that chest and looked in, there was still going to be evidence. I thought the detective had like switched the bodies or whatever. I did not foresee, which is shame on me because it's called 2 for the show.
Yeah.
I did not foresee. The revelation is that Traci Lords was actually banging another woman who was the detective's wife, not the detective, right?
Right.
And that the detective is like, oh, I'll kill my wife too and frame this guy who clearly killed his wife.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I guess he goes and gets the case and is just putting her body down his garbage disposal. Yeah, it's flipping us off. And I was like,
the greatest thing,
all right.
The greatest sight gag in this entire season is going to definitely be that, which is him like shoving her hand down the garbage disposal with her middle finger up. And I was like, oh, cool. They understand that they hated us too. Good to know. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. It will not ever beat the gorilla eating breakfast cereal brains out of Ernie Hudson's
I'll give you
head.
that. But this is definitely...
I mean, again, it's one of those... It's a fine, campy Tales from the Crypt ending.
Yeah.
It's just... It falls very flat. And so I think the thesis of this episode... And again, season 5 was going so bizarre. To go back to kind of the paint-by-numbers Tales from the Crypt setup felt more jarring now than it has in past seasons that have had a lot of jilted lover stories. Like the circus episode we just did with Ernie Hudson, that's a jilted episode, a jilted lovers episode that is never boring for a second because of its fucking oddities.
Yeah, exactly.
And this one desperately needed just a little something. And so I think it comes down to two things, right? Is if there was something that made it more bizarrely dramatic, or if whoever was playing opposite David Paymer could get up there to make that worth watching.
Do you think the Crypt Keeper was trying to tell us this was going to be a little bit of a bummer
when he did his bomb joke
by doing the like bad comedian routine? We should have known. Like honestly,
it was so great. I loved his little ponytail.
Me too. I thought it was awesome.
Dying at the Crypt Keeper.
The Crypt Keeper bookends were perfect, and I was like, we should have known. Like he was telling us this is how this is going to go.
It's the nature of doing anthology series like this. Every season's going to have its duds. And again, I wouldn't even put this down as like one of the worst Tales from the Crypts. It's a very competently constructed story. It's just basic. And at this point in season 5, we've seen this story 20 times from you. Yeah. You have to find those elements that make it more than a Lifetime show. And just a dead body in a trunk doesn't do that for me. That opening in the apartment is fucking flawless, right?
Yeah.
The bubble bath bit was fucking rad. The trying to cover up evidence while a cop is in your house is super fucking dramatic. Don't do a pressure cooker episode where you take the lid off the fucking pressure cooker. That's the lesson of this show.
That's the lesson.
It's not how you do drama. It's not how you do thriller.
You got to keep it tight. Tight.
Got to keep it tight like a toy guy. Was there anything else in this show that you actually liked? Anything else in this episode?
I mean, I thought it was fine. It just ends up being, it is what it is, you know? Not that I have a problem with it. It's not a bad episode by any stretch of the imagination. It's more just like, you know, I get it.
Yeah, I think when you're this far into the show, you owe us a little more. The analogy I've used on this show from the start, right? I remember sneaking up late at night to watch this on a Saturday night. If you didn't go to the bar with your friends because you wanted to stay home and watch Tales from the Crypt, this one would make you mad that you skipped out on time with your friends.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the threshold I put it at. Is this worth not going out with my friends to stay home and watch, which I think season 5 has done a wonderful job of. This episode is not.
Agreed.
And that's okay. This is the nature of doing a different show every fucking week.
They're not always going to be
That's it! For 2 for the show. Yeah, they're not all going to be bangers, dude. That's the nature of a greatest hits album.